Today we're gonna continue with our subject about communication management and managing stakeholder. The project manager must understand and work with different stakeholder. As we mentioned, identifying a stakeholder is one the very first task when you want to decide your communication, because you should know who you want to talk to, who should know who is participating in the project, and you need to advise ways to identify and resolve the issues. And uh, as a deliverable for this task, you need to design expectation management matrix. Expectation management matrix, which look pretty much like what you see in here, where you have measures of success and what is the priority, what to expect, and the guidelines. And for example, when you're talking about time was priority one. This means you have to pay attention to this, and you put some expectation. For example, there is no give in project completion date. Every major deadline must be met. This is something we have to adhere to. And we'll also put the guideline, the project. There are strict rules, and so you have to communicate all this expectation to the stakeholders, so everybody knows what they are coming about. And you also need to do performance reporting. The performance reporting will have certain objective, like you need to report the status report. The status report is an update that describe where is the project stand, and based on a certain specific time. And at this time, the project is standing as following, and this is the problem, this is the issue. So this, you have to provide the status report, progress report, describe what the project team has accomplished so far, based on certain period of time. Forecast is predicting the future for the project. So these are the three deliverable reporting the project performance. Is one of them describing where is the project standing at this current moment, and one of them describe what the team has accomplished so far, and the last one is forecast predicting the future, what is going to be the progress in the next 1 week or 2 weeks. And the big or major part of the communication is to improve basically communication by managing different areas such as conflict. There are many situations where there is conflict between project team members, and this is very typical normal situation where is the project team, somebody saying this is my task, this is your task, and why you didn't deliver because I depend on your work and so forth. So it's always going to be a conflict. You have to manage conflict effectively, and always looking to develop better communication skill, and running effective meeting is a key also. Use email and other technology to communicate project related issues, and use also template as specify for different part of the communication. Each part can deliver some certain document. Uh, Conflict handling mode. When you have conflicts, you need to handling. There is ways to handle conflict. For example, confrontation, direct face to face, and you have to have a high problem solving approach. Sometimes you use compromising, give and take approach, and everybody has to have this mode to compromise to solve the conflict. Smoothing, the emphasize area, don't neglecting the problem area by reducing the tension and neutralizing thing. And forcing, when you are in power, stop, meaning stop, don't escalate the issue. You're forced to stop the conflict. Withdrawal, retreat or withdraw from the actual, just, I'm not gonna go into that. Stop. That's it. You withdraw yourself and you go away. Collaboration, where you use decision maker to incorporate different point of view that is related to that project. And sometimes it depends on the person on which mode you will have to approach, and also you can use this modes in your personal method and based on the people that you have conflict with. Some people you really you don't have to go on with them, just withdraw. It's peaceful for your head. uh, Sometimes you want to uh, smoothing things between two team member and so forth. And conflict can be good. A situation where you a different point of view about the project can enrich in the project's approach actually, uh, which lead to uh, a new idea, a better alternative solution, and motivate other workers uh, to work hard and more collaboratively. Uh, Groupthink, conformance to value of ethical standard of a group. Uh, it can be good thing where it can develop um if there is no conflict in the viewpoint. So it makes the team work together more collaboratively and agreeing in ideas more smooth. And always look for better communication developing better communication skill. And this is proving to make your project more successful, and therefore it lead the improving of the process of the project itself if there is a better communication skill. And when it comes to running effective meeting, you need to understand certain things. You must determine if the meeting can be avoided, because you don't want to do a meeting without a goal. You must define purpose and the intention, outcome of the meeting, and determine who should attend the meeting. Cannot just ask anybody to attend the meeting. Provide agenda to participant. It's very, very, very good technique, and I've seen it, and I lived this situation where when I'm provided with the agenda, I am more prepared for the meeting, and therefore the meeting is more productive versus, come to the meeting without knowing why I'm meeting. Then I'd be surprised from the subject that is in the meeting, and I still have to absorb the situation, and I cannot come up with a new idea. Therefore, I did not utilize the time of the meeting more efficiently. And sometimes it's a good idea to prepare a handout, visual aid. Presentation is good. The handout depend on the subject. Probably you need to distribute some certain information. Sometimes you probably need to get some, external speaker, make a logistic arrangement ahead in time, and be very professional when you run the meeting. And it is a good way to build a relationship. And using
مهندس،
لا
هاي الاشياء زي تبس انه لما نروح على انه working environment، هدول تبس يعني كتير بيفيدوا. بس يعني كيف ممكن مثلا to incorporate this مثلا in our business report؟
to incorporate the business report.
يعني هدول يعني انه اشياء انت كانك ببزنس سيتنج، انت هلا بشركه، وانه you're a team leader and such. بس انت يعني هلا احنا بالبزنس ريبورت تبعنا، يعني انا مش شايف طريقه انه ممكن ادخل الكوميونيكيشن بلان في البزنس ريبورت.
It is a method to communicate a project. البزنس ريبورت. البزنس ريبورت is basically the summary of your project plan. Some higher management, they don't want to see a document that is the length of 20, 30 pages or 40 pages. They want to see the summary. They don't have time to spend to read through. So you want to summarize this project plan to the higher management and to look at the one page. Therefore, they don't. This one page will include everything or the conclusion of your project. Make them understand the whole project in this summary.
Okay.
Yeah,
So just to get an idea عشان لما اكتب البزنس ريبورت البزنس ريبورت تبعي بده يكون maximum 2 pages long وبده
yeah مش
بده يكون summary عن البروجكت بلان تبعتي.
yes, it's a way to show that you can summarize the big picture in small text.
والبروجكت بلان قديش يعني how long do you expect it to be؟
Not less than 20.
اللي هو اللي فيه الريسيرش.
No, research is one part. The project plan itself يعني بدك to incorporate all the management sections that we have learned in your project. انت عندك راح يكون team forming، راح يكون عندك بدك تحكي عنه، بدك تحكي عن شو اسمه your time management، يعني cost management، risk management. You have to put some introduction like to the project and background, things like that. يعني the template is included. You can see which section is exactly need to be included. يعني not necessarily أتوقع إنه هي يعني probably from 2000 to 5000 word in wording.
قصدك البروجكت بلان؟
Project plan, yeah.
اوكي انا ما كنت expecting انه هيك البروجكت بلان. انا I thought انه زي you wanted انه نكمل على اللي اشتغلناه اللي
هو التكميل عليه. انت عملت الريسيرش تبعتك و you came up with the idea and هسه بدك تكتب على الريكوايرمنت تبعت البروجكت تبعتك based on that
اوكي
requirement
يعني
analysis and you go on.
يعني basically انا يعني مخلص اغلبه البروجكت بلان عشان انا عملت عشان سلمتك السمري والاناليسيس، بس ضل انه اللي اشتغلنا عليهم مثلا الجانت شارت احطه ب جانت شارت اشتغلت
يس
عليها.
الياس هي بس الفكرة انك بدك تعطيني unified report، مش يعني separate sections like this. Project plan, I suggest you see the template, see how it is coherent, well formatted document.
اوكي.
It's not a scattered document. No, it can't be. Project plan is one document that encapsulate everything, all the skills that you have learned.
مع البزنس ريبورت.
البزنس report as one document by the end. Project plan, think of it as its own. انت لما تخلص البروجكت plan you need to do the business report, you need to do the performance review, يعني different sections.
So last thing we have to do is the performance review.
Yep, based on the template which has some question, you just basically answer these questions. Okay, so going back to communications, so using the email. When you use an email, make sure that it is well formatted. Be sure to send it to the right people. Use meaningful subject and the content. Choose your wording. Be very careful when you send the email only to the appropriate people, the right people. You don't want to release some information to the wrong people. And the wording and the subject is the main thing. Also, as well as when you use another method like instant messaging and other collaborative tools, you will have to be very specific when you're communicating something about your project. Sometimes there is another tools like SharePoint portal, Google document, or wikis, and depend on your environment and setting. There is always going to be a best practice and a lot of communication. We have templates. Use the template to uh, make sure that you're using the appropriate format for any type of communication you need to do. And there is a certain example for each template. If you don't know it, I suggest you always go and look for this template just to make sure that you are following the appropriate format. And basically, this is it about the communication review. And by this, we will conclude our class and hope you guys the best.